Welcome, Randomania and Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. This is a match of the Winter Dab 2021 tournament. I am Deadpaul's booth is Demon RHK. How's it going today, Demon?
I'm pretty good, Dad. How about yourself?
Oh, just wonderful. I am ready for this match. This is an elimination match. For those of you who have been following the Winter Double Anti-Bingo tournament, it is a double elimination. LordFizzlebeef at the top left of your screen has a record of 4-1. He has eliminated 4 people from this. At the bottom left of your screen is the Hangry Canuck, 3-1. Now, after this match, we're only going to have 4 out of the original 23 contestants left, so this is very exciting and the implications are far-reaching. Demon, why don't you tell us a little about the columns and rows that these competitors picked for each other?
Absolutely, Dad. So we've got an interesting one tonight, folks. If you take a look at your bingo board, we see some spicy squares on there. Now, this is, as we said, a dab, which is a double anti-bingo tournament, meaning each one of our competitors has forced one row or column or diagonal for their opponent, and they must complete one other one of their choice. Tonight, we have Canuck being forced on column 3, consisting of saving in the Lake North of Waterfall, defeating every trap tile in ice, defeating Lich with Quake, spending 100 grand in a single shop, and have to bane out Tiamat. Meanwhile, he has decided to force Lord Fizzlebeef on column 1, meaning he also has to defeat Tiamat, but in any way, he can only use cursed weapons. He has to collect and keep a wood, iron, and steel armor. He has to find and defeat the war mech, and he can use no caster items.
Oh my, this board is just brutal.
Yeah, absolutely. Even after you get past the ones that they're forced here, there is not a lot of obvious routes for a quick bingo besides those, except in very limited circumstances. It's going to be really interesting to see, especially how the seed plays out for them at the start, if they need to pivot away to a different row or column than they may have in mind prior to the race starting off here.
Well, either way, I think we're in for a good match. The winner of this is going to take on Puff in the next round. So Puff's probably out there watching, and we look like we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, we are off. We're in a Corneria. Let's see what we've got in our magic here. That looks like a Lit 3 and a Quake at level 1 black magic. That is going to look very nice for column 3 there, having Quake at level 1.
Yeah, the Hangry Canuck should be doing a little happy dance right now with Lord Fizzlebeef kicking himself.
Yeah, I got to admit it was a little funny seeing Fizzle duck into the white magic shop and immediately remember he doesn't have anyone that can cast white magic.
It's always good to know what you're missing out on. Now, the real question, are either competitors going to do Garland Boxing, row 2, column 5?
Yeah, that we're going to see that off, if they decide to go that route offhand, might give us a good idea if they're thinking either row 2 or column 5 here. Personally, I don't think, column 5's already out, actually, for both of our runners here, so it's spicy to see if they're going to be taking that row 2 or not.
Well, I'll tell you, that Sea Poison Elemental is fickle at best, because sometimes you just get Stinger right off the bat, and other times you have to farm Bane out of one of the final bosses.
Right, or you can just, be halfway down a dungeon dive and find damage poison suddenly all of a sudden from like an 8-pack of something.
We can only hope. I enjoyed the gold +4 bracelet that they found, and it doesn't look like either competitor really wants to deal with Garland Boxing today.
Yeah, no, the Garland Boxing came, went, and Lit 3 was used, so we're definitely not going to have anybody on that row 2 today here. Even with them both already having to dip into it, I can't say I really blame them. Like you mentioned, the Poison Elemental skill is very feast or famine.
And I saw that the king gave us the chime, and Princess Sarah gave us her crown, apparently.
Well, hey, I'm sure there's going to be a kindly old fellow who's going to like that at some point.
All right, what do you think? What do you think that Canuck is going to be going for his second row?
Well, let's see here. It's going to be very interesting. We had done a little talking on this before. I really think that top left bottom right here is probably going to be what I would say. I mean, it just falls right into line with what you're already forced to do. Again,
Yeah.
the poison elemental skill is a little feast or famine, but if you're diving a place like Sky with such a wide variety of enemies, the odds that one of them are going to have a script in there somewhere and it's in there is still pretty good.
And I suppose he could always fall back on row 5. He's going to have to defeat Tiamat with Bane as long as he doesn't screw up the take 2 black mages, use no caster items, or do not talk to hint NPCs.
Yeah, and having 3 of those 5 already filled in and already having to Bane out Tia, getting a spell from 1 to 7, you've got black mages, you're already going to be doing that anyway, especially with only 1 white caster in the party with the red mage. Alright, so Bicky's pirates are now out of the way. I believe that's 7 across the board, and Bicky with his vanilla ship here.
The world, now our oyster.
Cabins on the cheap. The housing market must be in the toilet here in Provoca.
Yeah, seeing those gold 4s for sale, 45,000. Not a small chunk of change, but those black mages would certainly love a pair of those.
Yeah, and if you're feeling spicy about it and you need some early money for a shop item, say, I mean, if they're selling for you buy them for 45, you sell them for 20 some, so that's going to get a decent chunk, solid chunk of change there too.
Great level 2 black magic, Rub. I'm joking, Nuke was there as well as Quad Axe.
Yeah, I mean, both of our runners running black mages, also a red down on Canucks. There's going to not a single thing is going to stand up to them for pretty much the remainder of the seed once they get about 2 black charges under them for level 2.
And white magic, that red mage learns life and exit. Oh my, this could be advantage Canuck.
Yeah, exit's one of those things that I like Fizzle having the none because the experience gains are great, but white magic is not always a crutch. White magic is sometimes a necessity, especially when things like exit come into play and if you have to go to very far and bad places.
LordFizzlebeef checking out the Hint Giver in Canaria. So Hint Givers are on in each town as well as dungeons, I believe. That Hint Giver told us that Bicky had the ship. Great information to know, 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, top tier hints given out here. Yes, every town's going to have a hint giver. If you haven't seen them before, you just getting into it. Usually it's going to be the old wise man that you're going to see in each town. And they're in a few dungeons as well. I do believe that it is in the east side of the first floor of Marsh. There's one at the bottom of Earth. I believe there's one as well in Mirage. Or is it in Sky 3?
I think it's Sky 3.
Of course it's in Sky 3.
I think there's one hanging out in Gurgu Volcano on the rectangle level. I don't remember what that level is called. Basement 2?
Oh no, basement 4, the one with all the lava tiles that you only
That's
have to
the
step
one.
on like 4 trap tiles, but it's way over in the west part of the dead end. Yeah, no.
I don't feel like they've gotten enough love this tournament.
All right, looks like we're turning in our crown, and we're just gonna like rip the ruby out of the crown. I mean, that's just desecration of some the royal jewels there.
It didn't come out easy. We still had to nuke it, so didn't give up without a fight.
Don't put your metal in the microwave, kids.
Looks like Canuck is going to get the same news. And interesting, Canuck going down to Marsh to light up that Talk to 5 bats. I mean, I didn't even see that, but column 2, he's already got to defeat Lich with Cake. Might as well do Lich 1. And at that point, see a Poison Elemental skill. You're done.
Right. It's a good fallback or a good second option here, since you're going to be doing probably going to be doing Lich 1 anyway. Especially since you do have level 1 Cake there. If you find a Rod, I mean, he takes Cake, what, 30% of the time? It's a super quick down, and just go ahead and get him out of the way. And then you don't have to worry about finding a good magic or even usable magic at level 7 if you're, especially with a black belt in the party, you don't really want to promote, so there's only, what, like 1 slot you can buy at level 7? I think it's on rack 2?
Yes, that is correct. I tried to take a look at level 3 and 4 magic, and I missed it. I did not see anything enticing, though. There is Temper and Lock at level 4, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah, Temper's going to be nice. Hey, your black belt hits harder, but harder punching is always harder punching. Just Mike Tyson him up a little bit more for that end-game fight. All right, Fizzle going up here to the armor shop. He's still looking for his different armors he's gonna need here. I saw some copper bracelets. That's not what we're looking for. Oh, that was a hint about the key, I believe.
Excellent. Required item. The sages have the key.
Yeah, not a hint for something supremely out of the way, but it does give you some, an early idea of, hey, you're not gonna wanna fade this out for a long time. And one of the great things about the spells, not only did they get an early nuke, but their level 1 sweeper is lit 3, and with a seed like this where you're doing a lot of sailing, things on the water don't like lit 3, you might as well be nuking a lot of cases.
I have found an appreciation for lit 3, and I endorse that logic.
Oh, speaking of the early Lich 1 play, there is our Rod sitting inside of the Titan's Trove.
So that begs the question. I mean, we're still only level 8, level 10. Do you think, hey, I'm here, I have the Rod, might as well go for it?
At 8, I'd be questioning. At 10, I've got enough, especially if I'm 10 and I'm Canuck, which gives me 6 or 9 nuke charges. Yeah, I think I make the gamble. I mean, famous last words. What are the odds that Lich 1 has something nasty?
Or that arachnids have something nasty. I lied. It was Sarda the Sage that actually had the key.
Even better, he's on the same continent. You see, you need to teach the man in Corneria. This is how you give good hints. Alright, so Fizzle coming back out of Titan's Trove. It's probably, we're going to see if he's going to head south. I think Fizzle might actually head south here. Maybe get some cheeky trap out checks. Oh, Trance Shadows. That's fun.
Oh, that's terrifying. Just absolutely atrocious.
Come on, get the nuke off. Come on. Oh, that's sad.
And yes, answering in chat, Danny, our tracker, did roll this seed. I'm sure that arachnids are fine.
I have nightmares about arachnids.
All of Danny's seeds make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside.
And not just because the imps have Fire 3.
This is correct. I would have almost thought to check out Earth Cave, just if I wasn't going to go, check out the trap tiles. You have a house, if you can get yourself up to 15, 16, that'll make the dive much easier, get it out of the way, never have to come back here again.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the early Earth check, at least for the trap tiles. You got 3 on the first floor, I mean, come on.
And not only that, but Earth is incentivized.
And you've got Quad X. I mean, you find 3 eyes, you have Quad X. It's pretty easy to go that route.
I will defer that the Hangry Canuck would have had a better attempt at it because of that exit charge on the Red Mage.
Yep, and he finds the boot flask of the king in the Corneria locked area. Unfortunately, there's no booze, there's only a fairy. Oh look, Trance Shadows again on Fizzle's side.
Was that glare as well? Gross.
Yep.
All I want to do is get back to my ship. Stop attacking me, the undead.
Yeah, thankfully he finds the monochromatic undead of a different variety and is able to get away, but we'll have to see what happens on the business side of Titans again.
And look at this, the Hangry Canuck getting the news that Bane rolled level 5. I did not see what slot it was, so if it's promotion locked or not, I will have to double check.
And Canuck immediately coming back. We're going to have some convergence here on Earth. Oh, Hot Wings. I did not like either of those trap tiles.
The Cobras with slow? Ick.
Alright, let's go look at our other trap tile. Oh, that's a no. Heaven only knows what the Caribes have. The last couple of times I have seen them in these races, they have not rolled pretty. Oh, that's 7 shadows.
Honestly, that's 6 more shadows that's needed to transit.
But wait a minute. Nook managed to actually get the nuke off in time, and down they go. LordFizzlebeef has defeated his arch nemesis, the Shadows.
That is what I called a hero right there. Give that Black Mage a medal.
Alright, so Fizzle's back on his ship. We're going to see where he's headed from here. Canuck still fighting some snakes that at least aren't cobras.
So it looks like Bane was actually in the second slot of 5, so that means that it is Black Mage learnable.
Yeah, that's more good news for Canuck here. Having both of your spells, well, early-ish in the case of Bane. I mean, it is a vanilla level, but it is Mage learnable, so you can still keep your promotions put off. But just able to have all of that and be able to lock this down without having to hunt or grind for level A spell charges.
Yes, the Red Mage cannot learn it unless promoting, but you know, you got 2 casters of it, and you know, if you get up to level 20, you'll have what, 5 casts of it? Yeah, I'd be feeling all right.
Right. Well, let's just be honest here. The poor Red Mage, he's just like the little robot. It's like, what's my job? You cast discount white magic and nuke. Oh my god. Hey, we're gonna get a vampire, and I think Canuck's making the full dive here. I like it. Blink and you miss it. Edward cosplay is down to a nuke. And the canoe!
What a pickup.
If Canuck finishes this dive, gets down and pulls off the birthday cake to Lich, this is an absolute coup.
We just have to wonder what dangers lie in store for us on Earth 4 and the Lich floor.
Don't shadows show up on Earth 4?
I really hope they don't.
Some form of undead does.
We took a little look at level 6 magic. I saw Brack and Lock 2 there, as well as Warp. And LordFizzlebeef finds the tail from our Circle of Sages.
Yeah, we're not going to be using that.
That Thieves run really fast. Good to know.
All right, Canucks on 5. He managed to get through 4. Now we just need to see. Hey, let's get your guesses. How many times will it take to take the delicious, delicious cake?
I'm saying the first one.
No, I'm gonna go with law of averages. Give him 3. All right, first cake cast. No, nothing so far. Oh, that's a fast lich. Oh, never mind. He made it be fast, but now he's getting fat.
Well, it looks like 4 was the magic number, so that is winner. That LordFizzlebeef has to be going, what? What is happening here?
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing Lich 1 light up, seeing Quake Lich light up, that's gotta feel really good right now. Unfortunately, I hope Canuck saved, and he did, because he's run into our friends, the Trance Shadows. Alright, and Canuck is away, and I don't think we'll ever be setting foot on Melman Continent again, so...
This place is dead to me.
Sahag's casting A Fire. That's more time wasting than slow.
LordFizzlebeef getting the massive -2, instantly resetting out of it. He did, however, talk to the Hooray Dwarf, not once, not twice, but thrice. A man after my own heart.
Absolutely. Now, if he really would have been after my own heart, he would have kept that massa and tossed it out of the Sky 3 since he's got to go that way anyway, but I'll give him a pass.
We're not fooling around with these shadows anymore.
No, no. Hey, shadows is everybody casts nuke and you just, oh, speak of the devil. So thankfully with levels, we're getting a little bit of luck. We're getting some turn order and not having to deal with these. This is gonna head down back into Earth, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got to fish out this item.
Yeah, of course, silly me. Yeah, he absolutely has to fish this out, and he's going to see it's the canoe. And that's going to make this feel even worse, because not only is it going to be the canoe down here this late, you already know that Canuck has it because of the Lich 1 defeat.
Oh, those oozes hit hard. Or we don't have armor on. One or the other.
Probably both. Alright, looks like Canuck's gearing up for yet another trap tile grind here, gonna get that tile out of the way after diving down through a fun little ice cave. This place is never fun to dive. One of those times where I don't have warp and I don't care. I have to go down to the bottom anyway.
At least we have exit.
Yes, now there are 5 trap tiles in here and we need to whoop them all.
This makes me nervous. I don't think I would be... I don't think I would do this. It just... There are so many things that those trap tiles can be that will just ruin your day. At the same time, you have a bunch of casted nuke, and I don't know if anything can stand up to a couple of those.
Yeah, I think the only thing that scares me down here is extremely beefy dragons or agamas or badmen.
Or like a phantom tile that ambushes you.
Ooh.
Actually, this is B-side encounters. I don't know if the phantom can be there.
Well, we got 6 Sahags. That's going to be 1 cast and done.
We have learned that I am scared of Sahags.
I mean, they come in large packs. It only takes 1 spell like Trance, and you can have a very bad time. Got a Sphinx. Not too bad. Yeah, they ate 1 Nuko.
Now this scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of deadly fish recently. But we get turn order, they go down. Alright, Fizzle's got his canoe, he's dragging it out of Earth, it looks like. Canuck coming up to his 4th trap tile. Oh, now that's a trap tile.
I can get behind a fighter.
Especially at 15. I mean, I don't know how hard you're going to be hitting yet, but depending on their HP values. Oh, the Sahags have rub.
I did not mean to make the Sahags meme.
Suddenly, Canuck just had a lot of luck on that first tile.
This really is, I don't know, a tale of two seeds, because LordFizzlebeef is just hitting so many things that would aggravate me. And Canuck just seems to pass them by like they are nothing.
Pro rings look like -3. That's not the greatest. Alright, last trap tile. Oh, you liked fighters, did you? How about some mages?
It's just like I said before, this was a great idea to come into here.
Yeah, Canuck has definitely, and again, 1 red mage, 1 exit. We are out, we are saved, we are on our way with the herb. Fizzle, meanwhile, is doing a quick navigation through some pillars. A little bit of back and forth here, unfortunately no warp.
I'm going to make my call that the floater is going to be here. It's LordFizzlebeef, he's going to be the first in the air.
That would definitely help in making him feel a little bit better after a little bit of the rough start he's been on.
And I can see why LordFizzlebeef would make this play. He knows that the Canuck is in Ice Cave or just finished it. So he probably didn't have time to go check ordeals.
Right, he knew based on what he had forced and the time that Canuck had ahead of him getting the canoe that ice play was the next logical. So the play there is definitely to go ahead and clear out what he has and trying to get ahead.
Now, LordFizzlebeef, checking the cheeky trap tile up here, finds Gersharks and sharks. Unfortunately, not big eyes. And we see that the herb from Ice Cave turns into the loot.
Well, it's needed. Not what you wanted to see 100%, but it is absolutely something that's needed. Alright, first trap tile. Hey, that's, is that vanilla?
I believe it is.
I mean, you can do worse than vanilla pedes.
And we're finally through this maze of death up on LordFizzlebeef's screen. That was a confusing maze.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I didn't see which pillar of the 4 was either, so that was just a lot of work.
But the sweetest victory are the ones that require a lot of work.
Well,
let's not this floater out of here.
Yeah, depending on what he pulls out of here, and let's not speak too soon, we still have 1 trap tile to go. It's a slab.
Like I said, bad idea to go to ordeals.
Ah, Spectres and Geists.
Yeah, the slab, not exactly something you want to see, but you cleared it out. You never have to come back here.
Yeah, unfortunately, having a little bit of the overreaching knowledge we have, especially with Canuck having just pulled the loot out, we know that it's not going to be something. Well, I can't say that. It might be something required for these runners if it has something like, say, the cube.
We got a sorcerer tile. That could be ick.
All right, Fizzle. Is Fizzle coming around up to check waterfall? Canuck pulling a crystal out of volcano. We still haven't seen the shop item either, so this is probably a good play from Fizzle. I mean, you got 2 chances up here to find your shop item as well.
Oh yeah, I love this play.
However, I think he just got most of the way to the caravan, unless I skipped through there for a second and didn't check it before resetting.
It looks like he's a little low on funds, so he's going to check out waterfall first. Oh, correct. The vendor item was the adamant over in Crescent Lake.
Oh.
Thank you, Dammy.
Yeah, it might help if I read our stuff, but yeah. So yeah, vendor items off the table. Fizzle may have just realized that, and is reset out to head over toward waterfall. All right, Canuck is back to his ship. Gonna go head up and give the old lady her crystal ball back.
So what do we think this crystal's going to be?
I mean, I want it to be spicy, so I don't want it to be the floater. But I think it's going to be the floater.
408 gold.
408. It's oddly specific. We'll see. No, it's the Oxyale. So Matoya with the secrets to breathing underwater.
I would not have guessed that. But they're just hammering out these checks left and right.
Yeah, especially between the 2 of them here. That's an interesting trap tile.
Oh, Arsahags with Blaze. Ick.
Yeah.
I immediately tossed the Oxyale out of my boat.
Yeah, I no longer want anything to do with Sea Shrine. Oh, there's our cube. It is very, very vanilla.
We have the cube. We have the chime. Is it time for Sky?
Floater and Sky would make me so happy. Floater and Sky might be useless. Well, unless something crazy like the steel armor in Gaia.
Oh, that would be terrible. You could always try opening up chests. Be like, oh, maybe I'll get a steel armor out of here.
Yeah, doing the math. Good note from chat here. It has to be the Floater and Sky at this point. We've checked everything else. Or wait, no. It's the TNT's Sky that leads to the Floater.
That sounds accurate. And we high-five each other as we cross out of the waterfall.
Yeah, it looks like Canuck made sure to come in from the north and save real quick, so gonna get that tile out of the way. Almost got most of his column done already. Short of the Bane of Tiamat, which he's about to be able to do if he really wants, and the 100 grand.
That is terrifying. Just look at this board, see it dominated by red, and yet I can't decide if Canuck is actually in the lead or not.
Yeah. Again, that poison elemental skill only thing keeping him from having his second bingo done. 20 across the board on the party, though. That's pretty nice.
So what do we think LordFizzlebeef is going to be doing for his second row and or column?
Well, if it wasn't for the dragons, column 4 would be on the table. But with that not in play here, if he saw and bought Bane at 5, maybe could do row 5. Already got most of it done. Has to kill Tier 1 anyway.
I believe he's already talked to hint NPCs, so I think that would be odd.
Right.
But I do like your column 4, because you can find those dragons just in Temple of Fiends. You're already going to go up here to kill Tiamat, so you can check out those computers and just purchase an extra one more level of spells, and you're there.
Yeah, pretty much. The only thing probably going against that is we've already left on rack, which is where you would have to buy that 7th level spell. Especially with no floater and having black belts in the party, the absolute reluctance to promote at any point.
Well, besides that, I don't see any other obvious options for him. Maybe someone in chat will see something that I don't.
Yeah, there's nothing else in there that really stands out as being reasonable at all.
Yeah, this board is just a big pile of nope.
Well, that in combination with the fact that they're locked out of a lot because of the column 5 specifically. Garland Boxing's already off the table, O3 Black Belts is off the table, Hint NPCs is off the table, so that wipes out like almost, what, a quarter of your board? Yeah, a quarter of your choice is already off the board.
And honestly, the last thing I want to do is go brack a fish monster, so...
Alright, here's the moment of truth. What's in Sky 2? It's the floater. I was really hoping it'd be the TNT.
Oh yes, quick answer, Jay Cober in chat. If somebody does something on a required tile, such as, let's say somebody was required to do row 5 and they talk to a hint NPC, they would be charged with a 2-minute penalty per infraction for it.
Looks like Fizzle's doing computer, so I think it's column 4.
So now Fizzle has to defeat the Warmech, and then defeat Tiamat, and then get out of here.
Yeah. It's the Warmech thing. Not only do you have to defeat Warmech, you have to find Warmech. A lot easier than vanilla, but still.
Well, we will see if he has to travel around a bunch, or if Warmech is just going to be standing right there.
Alright, Canuck coming his way up through Sky here, or up through Mirage rather, and again, level 2 nuke, we're just nuking everything in the path. It just doesn't exist. Hey, Dazzle Waters.
And it looks like Waters also had poison.
Hey, we found our poison skill!
That is slightly terrifying.
Details! Wait, I didn't realize. Do black belts have black mage casting? That's amazing.
And not overpowered in any way.
No, nuke black belts aren't overpowered. I wasn't quite sure what our malices and our buffs were, but that's ridiculous.
We have a Warmac. We are going with nuke strategies. Warmac opens with Lit 3.
That's painful. Oh, that's a dead black belt.
And then there were 2. We get some turn order. Lit 2 comes out, doesn't take out anyone. Another nuke shoots out. 153. Low rolls. We don't like that.
Yeah, these resisted nukes. Oh my goodness, he goes down.
That is calculated. LordFizzlebeef knew exactly what he needed to do and did it. Simply stunning.
Yes, unfortunately, we now have two black mages alone and Tia 2 in the way. Fizzle resets out.
That is perfectly acceptable. What would probably have happened is he goes to take on Tiamat, gets killed, wastes a minute trying to do it. I like this. It's a little safe, but I like the play.
Yeah, now he just runs back up, gets the floater, and then leaves. Alright, it's Bane time.
Listen, when the luck is with you, you roll with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I have ever baned Tia 1 first try.
Yeah, so at this point, Canucks what? Spend 100 grand in Hooray Dwarf? Or no, not even Hooray Dwarf. He's got Calling 2 done. He's almost got 3 bingos done.
Pretty much at the 40-minute mark, he's got to spend 100K and then just go.
So, welcome to Find the Grind tile.
I'll tell you, if those fighters weren't so much out of the way in ice, that's where I'd be going.
Yeah, but with the floater on the board, I mean, we've got 2 in Northwest Castle we haven't checked. We have, what, Topher Lock?
Topher Locked is where I'm going.
Yeah, Topher Lock and Northwest are the first 3 trap tiles I'm checking here. Confusion Dark at level 7, or we don't want any of that. Looks like we're gonna go ahead and check here and turn in the bottle, maybe just for it. I mean, it's experience. Fizzle gets his floater back, and now it's the long. You think it's a long way going up Mirage and Sky? Walking out of these places is so much worse.
The best part about Sky, there aren't any shadows that can trance you.
Yeah, you can just get hit by bad men. Fizzle's going back up. On a side note, Tia doesn't, but should Tia count as a dragon? I mean, just arguing semantics here. Or is it more of a Hydra?
I don't know how to answer that properly.
Oh, right, he has to kill Tia 1. I'm silly. So yeah, we're going back up. We're going to kill Tiamat. We're not going to kill Warmech this time, hopefully. And we're not going to get punched out by a vulnerability to robots. Alright, so Tia, it is nuke time. $1.25. Ice 2 comes through. Not a lot of damage across the party. Oh, did we finally get some punches in there from Punch?
Yeah, with that, it does look like Canuck has finished his second bingo, but I do still have to point out LordFizzlebeef is one Hydra/Dragon kill away from completing another square, getting his floater, getting the steel armor, which completes his required square. Picks up one level 7 spell, which the Black Mages can learn in Gaia. Then he can go into Topher, grind on some dragons, and he's good to go.
Right. Alright, looks like we're getting some trap tile checks in Northwest here from Canuck. Oh, those are lobsters.
Oh, they pinch so hard.
Yeah. You don't want to play with them. We're not playing with the lobsters. We're running away from the lobsters. Oh, Lord, it's the arachnids.
We're just going to pretend that didn't happen and move on.
Yep. It looks like we're going into Earth. We're checking Hall of Giants, which we did earlier, which unfortunately we know is Gurimps and I think it was Caribes.
Yeah, was it an Ocho and a Caribe, or was that that was the other tile?
Oh, that was the other tile. And this was the Hot Wings tile.
Yeah.
Oh, Blaze Arsahags. Poison Blaze Arsahags. I think that was a stone poison, though, thankfully. Alright, Topher tile. No, it's salads and breadsticks.
So things that we have learned is that the sea hates LordFizzlebeef.
At least he got a delicious steak finally. Looks like Canuck's headed back in here. Either we're gonna settle for Pedes, which is unlikely, or we're gonna check the other trap tiles in here. And I think the Pede ran away.
That Pete noped out of here.
That's not what you want to see. Well, I really think it's going to be fighters here. I think we're going back down to the bottom of ice.
There's also the vanilla eye tile, which is fighters and mages. Now, I think the fighters will be a little bit faster, but you do have some charges of nuke.
Yeah, to clear out the mages as well. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that the Waters 2 took 2 nukes, I might be tempted to go back into Mirage. Hey, there's a dragon, wrong screen. I think we're buying some Brack on Fizzlebeef's side.
I don't know if we're going to settle on the Sphinx tile, though.
No, I don't think that's going to be a thing that we settle here for. It's a little on the weak side for experience. Although we are getting through there. We're up to, what, the mid-20s here? I don't know if he remembers which trial was which, because we went back to the Caribes. Alright, Fizzle coming through to check his armor shop? No? Does he have the armor he needs?
I don't believe LordFizzlebeef has gone to ice yet, so he does not have the loot.
Oh, yeah, they're the least of the loot. So he's got to go back there at some point. He knows it's on the table. Answer the question, Chef for Cooper. Yes, Floater indeed was in Sky. And Canuck has dove, and we are into Topher here. We're going into this in the mid-20s.
Oh my.
I mean, if the Fiends rolled low, this is a great play. Maybe he was just checking the trap tile. He was just checking the trap tile. Okay.
Yeah, when you're looking for something that you don't like, I mean, going in there, not a bad idea. But unfortunately, you get red gargoyles and you throw up a little in your mouth.
Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. So Canuck's going into Topher because he has exit. He's diving the left side to go straight down to the earth floor, and I think we're going to be looking for mudgulls and Germaduses. Those are not a mudgulls or Germaduses.
That is icky earths. LordFizzlebeef picking up his bottle so that he can go back, turn in the bottle. First, he has to pick up a level 5 spell to complete that one line.
Sees Bane. He thinks, why didn't I have that earlier? I could have tried to get out. Cobra, yes. The black belt buff rolled as black magic. Not 100% sure if it was red or black, but it is some sort of nuke casting, which is all that matters.
Ninja spells, I believe.
Even better, still nuke. In fact, I think that's even better than rolling black or red mage. Hey, Germaduce is one of my favorite fights in the game.
So we just hit the 50-minute mark. You are Canuck. You are in Topher. You've got your 2 lines. You're trying to get your grind, but you see that LordFizzlebeef is 1 square away from getting his 2. How far do you take this grind, and when do you just say, I gotta go?
I think 32. I think black belt 32, and then you peace out, grab your healing pots, get a cabin or get a house, save it, and just go for broke. Because you know that there's at least 3 different kinds of dragons, pretty much sitting right within Topher. That he can just go into Topher and get his dragons. You know, you can get zombies, you can get red Ds, you can get your gas Ds, all of them right there. Yeah, again, reminded by chat, we still have to go to Ice Cave on Fizzlebeef's side, so he's not out of the woods yet.
Caleb, I would like to give a counterpoint. Everyone gets mad when they have to go to Ice Cave.
Fading Ice Cave is the best feeling in Final Fantasy I Randomizer. Changed my mind.
LordFizzlebeef finding some delicious sandworms for a couple of levels.
Sandwiches. Now, Fizzle's got a little bit of advantage. It looks like he's already down to 2 of his only 3 light warriors, and is still doing pretty competitively on levels. Already in the mid to high 20s, is not going to have much of a grind out of him. I think Canuck dipped out and is going to... Where are we headed, Canuck? Oh, we're headed back to level 5 black magic. I believe that was the... I'm not sure.
Maybe we were looking for warp, which I believe was at level 6.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, with the absolute, as fast as you got through things, and the terrible trap tiles, I probably wouldn't do it, but as bad of a runner as I am, I would at least be sideways tempted to look at Marsh, because there's like 4 different trap tiles in there. You've got exit if you're Canuck.
And there was so much resetting out. I did not remember that Canuck decided to reset out of the loot. He just goes and picks that up right now.
Well, better you remember here than a second Topher dive and you get down and you go to your start menu and you get very sad.
And LordFizzlebeef going to a volcano, going to check out the incentive down here. We know that it's not correct.
No, but I can't fault him for a play because, you know, Ice Cave. Alright, with loot in hand, I can't help but think that this is the attempt here. Alright, at 53-40-ish, Canuck cracks the tile with the loot and is on his way down. Hey, Slimes, cheap levels? Running away?
I don't believe we had the nuke charges to waste. I don't know what level his black belt is, but I don't think it starts with a 3.
No, 500 hit points, what, 27, 28 maybe?
Yeah, I thought I saw 28 right there.
Alright, giant pack of frost things. We get away from them. We're going down, almost down to earth floor. Fizzle dealing with the sorcerer trap tile. They're going to go down to some tasty microwaving. And then the lots and lots of bad men. Dazzle, bad men.
Oh, we're having visions of those shadows again.
At least it's Dazzle and not Trance.
So, question in chat, I have not seen Fast yet.
No, I didn't see Fast at all. I think it's... I'm pretty sure we saw everything but on-rack 7 and 8. Those bad men were actually a little on the soft side. I mean, relatively speaking for bad men. Alright, Lich 2, the infamous speed bump. Are we speed bumping? Lit 2 means we're pretty much speed bumping. Ooh, unfortunately he's eaten 3 nuke charges, which is, in Canuck scenario, is not something you want to see.
And that is a whole lot of ick, but gets through the speed bump.
I got my red giant tile. That's a fight you'd like to see if it's on a spike tile, not a fight you like to see in Topher. Alright, Fizzle taking the quick way out of Volcano, which without exit he happens to just be through carry.
And Fizzle making the correct call, not turning into Crystal. He's already in the area, might as well go quick check the ice cave, call it good.
Yeah, in Fizzle's scenario, you know that the grinds have been kind of iffy. So you know that there is going to be a little bit of time lost there, even with the early lighting of the tiles. So you might as well hedge your bets.
I saw that we were tempering down on Canuck's skin. Carry opens with a tornado.
Oh, that's a reset out.
And a fast, and we just weren't cutting it. We do not have the levels for it. I believe I saw 4 hits for 97 damage after a temper.
Carry is chonky and tanky. Well, at least tanky. So I think is Canuck. Okay, Canuck's going to the trap tile. I was gonna say, is Canuck gonna start checking more trap tiles? Are we going back to Earth 4? But nope, we're going to go check some ochos. Some guacamole nachos. We say no. Trying to remember what trap tiles were where.
We have to think of what trap tiles are still left for us to check. Marsh?
1, 2, 3, or 4 in Marsh. The Earth 4 tiles, which is I think 1 or 2 different ones. The inner tile here, which nobody has checked the inner armory tile, or the armory tile there, which I know it's on a... I know you get off-step encounters, but come on. It's right there. It's only 2 floors in.
I do have a lot of sympathy. It is very frustrating when you're playing a black belt comp and you cannot find a grind that you feel is safe enough or that you like enough to take.
Yeah, it looks like we're still bypassing that inner worm, small worm grind tile. The Agama tile is sorcerers. The inner tile, the red dragon tile, is bad men.
Maybe he's going back for those bad men.
Oh man, I mean, there's still 2 nukes, so there's still 300-ish hit points? No, like low 2s, 225, because I think an unresisted nuke took him out. Fizzle's about to get the bad news on the trap tiles here in Northwest.
He did, however, pick up his limerick.
That's good. Hey, it's the arachnids.
I don't believe we've seen dragons on a trap tile.
No, we have not seen any dragon trap tiles, and there are supposed to be 3 of them: gas, ice, and reds. And undeads, so 4. Beef going into Topher, unfortunately, bad news. Salad and breadsticks. And now we're going to go check the Phantom tile.
You know, also, there are multiple things in here. He has the warp charges, so as long as one of his black... And so he'll have to commit to a 2-man grind with something like this. However, you find 4 Gasties, you find some Chimeras and Chimeras, or Chimeras. Those are good tiles.
You find Argoyles, and they're not good tiles. It looks like he might stick around, though, that he's just going to do a free grind here. I mean, it's a good floor. You got Fighters, Mages, you've got Gasties. He needs the Dragons anyway, I guess. 2 sets of them he can find here. And there's one of them. But he gets ambushed by Gasties.
Canuck resetting out after going to the bad men. The bad men have Squint as well. I think we saw that, but may have forgotten.
Squint, you miss it.
Those Gasties surviving a full round of nukes.
That's unfortunate, but if they're needed, they're needed. And the Lit 3s are not faring much. Oh, these are chunky dragons.
We're at 700 HP and counting. This is ridiculous.
These are very chunky dragons. Well, you wanted a 2-man grind, here you go.
So yeah, we're in the realm of like 800, 850 HP on those. I take it back. I'm not grinding on those.
Well, you got a dragon, and that's the last one he needed. So he's now got his bingos out of the way. It's now, we're in grind and go mode. So far, we have both of our runners in go mode. Canuck's been searching for a grind here for the better part of about 10-ish, maybe a little more minutes. Beef just having completed, but it's still in pseudo grind mode as well on a 2-man here. The problem is that as far as we know as goes Fiends, Lich is pretty much a speed bump, but Carry 2 is very, very high in physical defense.
This, I want to clip this. Look at this. This is beautiful. They're both level 30. They both have 2 columns completed.
And we're running back and forth and so. And it looks like they're on the same table. I mean, at this point, I know that they're kind of out of the way, but they're still a good half dozen. I use the word accessible very loosely here. Trap tiles that have not been checked.
Not in a million years did I think I would see this.
Beef is piecing out. He's not liking what he's seeing. I think he was looking for the worm specifically. Either that or he's liking his levels. He's resing his party members. He's gonna dive. Or he's resing... Yeah, I think he might be gonna dive here. We'll see how he fares when he gets to carry too.
Well, you have to think, he's thinking right now, Canuck has had both of his bingos done almost 12, 13 minutes ago. He's got to be feeling behind.
Yeah, you got to be feeling behind, but again, on another thought, if he hasn't finished, you've got to think there's something down there that nobody wants to see. Alright, synchronized Frosties. Fizzles away and he's out of here. He is strong enough now, he's punching down worms at least.
Well, LordFizzlebeef, for the first time in this match, I think we can agree that he is ahead.
Yep. He is at least in progress ahead. He is cracked and he is down past the loot tile, the loot block, and we are going to go ahead and make our way down toward Earth floor. We're back to the ground level. Canuck looks like he's 30 and 31 on his Light Warriors. And it looks like that's enough. It looks like Canuck's coming back in. I don't know if is he going to grind or is he going to go down? Nope, those are runs. We're going down. We've got synchronized dives going on.
LordFizzlebeef almost to Lich. And we have the Hangry Canuck 3-4 floors behind him.
Yep, just a few floors behind. All right, here's the speed bump. We saw the lead off as light leading 2 last time. Well, we get to see it this time. It's just a punch.
22 damage.
I mean, for Lich, he doesn't have any tendons, he doesn't have any muscles. That's actually kind of a pretty good punch with what he can put behind it.
And we'll see if a 32 black belt is going to be enough to break through that chonky carry.
Alright, here we go. Canuck has passed his loot block and down we go. Here we go, carry 2. We're gonna get some fight on. Ooh, I think that was 260, that's not bad. That's serviceable.
And the high roll nukes.
And I think that was 508 terminated. We are through carry 2, so we are in new uncharted territory. We're down toward our friend the Kraken.
A personal best as we look at that. I mean, that turn order, those rolls, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was definitely playing. The RNG has finally turned a little bit in Fizzle's favor, considering the way the seed has started.
And it's Fish Monster time.
Alright, out goes a temper. Out goes another temper. Out goes a punch. Oh my lord, the damage.
Punch lives, 18 health.
Punch doesn't get through. The nukes are going out, 117. Nuke goes out, doesn't get there. Fire 3 and the black belt is down. That's a reset.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, that was rough. Unfortunately, a 32 black belt is not a 42 black belt when it comes to life.
And we have yet another lead switch as Canuck is on carry again.
Carry gets the fast off. But Carry doesn't get to do anything with it, goes down to the punches. Alright, Canuck is now coming up to this very hard-hitting Kraken.
The difference is Canuck does have a life caster.
Yeah, but that life caster is also in the second position with a 25% chance to eat pavement.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I mean, the way this seat's going, I'll take that over what they've been getting.
That red mage better put on his best black mage overalls to make Kraken think that he's not a life caster.
AI Kraken's just got a sense for it. Alright, temper, punch. Temper goes off. Temper goes off. The punch goes out. Fire 3 lead, that is what you do want to see in this case. Nuke goes out. We get a second punch out, and down goes Kraken. We don't see the punch.
And it's through at the same time. Lord Fizzlebeef on Carrie's floor. 2 fiends behind. This is edge of your seat territory.
Yeah, Canuck is coming in. Here we go, Tia 2. Alright, temper, punch. The old tried and true. Oh, unfortunately, turn order. The punch goes off first. Don't get some decent damage in.
5 hits, 129. Ick.
Well, the tempers hadn't gone off yet, so it's something.
The life caster goes down.
Oh, the down goes the black mage. Oh, but TO2 goes down. We are now in hold hand pray mode.
Oh my goodness. What is Chaos going to have? Is a 32 black belt going to be able to man mode Chaos?
I mean, maybe if we have like 6 inks in a row. Here we go.
We're starting off with a temper.
Oh, that was not the worst, but it was a pretty nasty... Oh, that's a nuclear.
Oh, that was 319, almost a max roll nuclear.
Ink, please. Something. Not punch. That's a punch. Lead switch. Fizzles now back on Kraken 2 as Canuck unfortunately takes a wipe out to Chaos after losing his life caster and his other light warrior to Tia 2's punching power.
That max roll nuclear, that hurts. And we have Fish Monster versus Lord Fizzlebeef, Part 2.
Alright, 2-man grind. Here we go. We still got the... Alright, the Fire 3 lead. That's what you want to see here. The temper goes out. Oh, we're going to double temper round 1. We're not taking any chances. Triple temper. No chances at all. Punch goes out. I think that was 885. There's where we want to see it. And we have 2 light warriors left. Hey, there's the inks you want to see, and I think this punch is going to do it. Alright, down goes Kraken 2. We have Tia 2, the punch happy left, and 2 light warriors to go.
Oh, Lord Fizzlebeef, keep the dream alive.
I think knowing the turn order and the power of Chaos here, we have to get through here with both light warriors to get enough tempers off to have a chance. I mean, what's your dream here? You get through with both light warriors, Chaos punches out the black mage turn 1 after the temper goes off?
Yeah, and then punches again. Or I guess low roll on the nuclear.
I mean, a low roll on the nuclear and a punch you can take. Oh, that's not good.
We're not going to get to see that. Oh no, Tiamat 2 claiming a victim.
So Tiamat 2, with the many heads, is doing the many tentacled Kraken 2 cosplay.
Lead change back to Canuck.
Canuck playing the rare encounter game, finding the rare Gemiras. Fizzlebeef's going down to Earth floor. I think we're going to 42. Now, the biggest difference here, after all of this, after the last 70 minutes, is will. It is the red mage. If the red mage can survive, just to keep targets up for the end of this run, then Canuck is in the prime position. But with no life caster, this is 50-50, and Fizzle's got a very good chance of pulling this out.
Yeah, we're seeing the 2 different strategies. It's either go to 42 and claim your victory, or try to get turn order It's terrifying. I don't know what I'd pick.
All right, Lich 2, Part 3. Out comes the Lit 2, out go the nukes, out goes the punch, and down goes the... No, not quite. Now down goes the Lich. All right, so a quick recap for anybody who may have just been joining us. Both of our runners had their bingos done pretty early. Canuck was done with the bingos just about 48 to 52-ish minutes mark. Fizzle finished up right at, say, about 58 to an hour, about 10 minutes later. Our hang-up has been the Topher. We have at first, it was a very physically defensive carry against super low levels. We went to 32, and we found Tia 2 just being very punch happy and a very early nuclear in the script for Chaos. Now, we haven't got the 42 yet. Fizzle seems to be going for the long grind, but Canuck is just going to go with full steam ahead, trying to make it through with 3 Light Warriors and a Lifecaster.
And I really do believe that both strategies are correct because of that Lifecaster. If you could just keep that Red Mage alive and have all 4 warriors up for Chaos, get a couple of lucky punches in there, you'll have 6 tempers on that black belt, and a 32 is going to be enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be all party order. I really want to see... when we get to Tia 2 here, I want to see Black Mage, Black Belt, Floorboard, Red Mage, or Red Mage in 3rd or 4th position to try to save that life. Alright, Fizzle on the grind. I think it's 35 on punch. Alright, we're hiding the black belt. The thought is if we can't get through, we can't get through. It looks like we also... Oh, no. Nope, we're getting there. Fire 3 is a good start from Kraken. Alright, there's the punch. Down goes Kraken 2. We're on to Tia 2, which is actually the real scare of this the Fiend refights.
Both Tia 2 and Chaos and Kraken 2 and Carry 2, just scary.
Twilight Fan Club, not something you want to run into when you're making a dive like this. Oh, 8 slimes. Now that's good for experience.
LordFizzlebeef loving this.
And down goes our Black Mage. Oh, Canuck, come on. Oh.
Oh, the Red Mage survived.
Red Mage survived it. Red Mage, oh no. Down goes Tia 2 again, but our Red Mage is on the floor. We gotta try it though, you gotta go for it.
One, Canuck versus Chaos, round 2, fight.
Oh, 316 off the punch from... He's in... If the nuclear goes out, he could... Okay, takes a second punch. We do know the nuclear soon, though. And down goes our black belt. Alright, we're down again on Canuck's side. Alright, Fizzle still on the grind. I think we're 42 or bust. Last I took a peek in here, we were in the 35, 36 range on the black. That's 38.
And we are back to simulcast grinds.
Well, we were back to simulcast grinds. Canuck looking like it's making the way down again? I think if you're Canuck and you realize that Fizzle hasn't finished, you have to keep going because you know he's got to be ahead of you in experience at this point because you stopped to dive twice.
Absolutely, and if you're LordFizzlebeef, you're constantly checking that race room to see if Canuck is finished.
Yeah, this is absolutely a tale of two stratagems here. This is go the full party, lower level, try to beat through 100% here versus we're going to grind it, we're going to 42, and we're going to hold A through Topher. Now, Canucks dipped up to on-rack continent. Are we looking for fast? We're looking for fast. We have located fast.
Black Mage learnable.
If he gets in here, now Fizzles went back. I think Fizzles went back to buy. I think Fizzles going to go here.
We're going to see simultaneous Topher dives.
There's the save. We're heading in. We'll have to see if he continues right. That's the run. We're going down.
I think this is the run. 1 hour, 18 minutes entering Topher for hopefully the last time, Lord Fizzlebeef.
At 1:18:20, we've dipped down to the second floor Topher. Canuck is going to be no more than about 25 seconds down the floor. It's all going to be on the encounters.
This is, yeah, encounters, turn order.
Folks, as my co-comment said, you may have paid for your whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge for the last 5 minutes or so here.
I don't know if my heart can take this. It was already going fast 20 minutes ago when both were trying to get through Kraken 2, Tia 2, and even to Chaos.
All right, so we're diving down. Fizzle's got a little bit of a lead here, about 1.5 floors, 2 floors. However, Fizzle has the downside of it. I don't think Fizzle has seen Chaos yet. Fizzle doesn't know there's a nuclear creeping right in the first skill slot. And Chaos hits actually respectably.
Well, you take a look at the Black Mages that he has. That's one with 576 life.
Now that Black Mage is only... Yeah, that Black Mage is only, I think, 38, 39? They must have a Vitality buff.
I still don't know if 576 is going to be enough to survive a Chaos Punch.
If they've got a gold on, maybe. Alright, carry 2. Canucks down on Lich Floor. That carry has a lead tornado we have not seen at this... Well, no, actually, we saw that once. Never mind. But a punch from a much higher level Black Belt's going to go ahead and take care of it. Down to Kraken 2 floor.
A carry becomes a carry kebab. Let's hope we can make Kraken 2 some sort of... What other food item? A Kraken brulage?
Well, I mean, it's a squid, so it'd just be calamari.
That's too easy, even for me.
Alright, here comes a speed bump. Lich 2. We're trying to close the lead back down to 1 Fiend here. And closed it is. Alright, Canuck making his way through carry 2 floor. We got a seafood party pack over on Fizzle's side right before the last hallway here to Kraken. Alright, we're in the carry 2 fight. That was a relatively uneventful fire floor.
Lord Fizzlebeef just going in.
Here we go. We got the punch in the first position here. It's all going to be about turn order. Punch gets the turn order. Punch gets the punch. We get the fire 3 comes back. Best case scenario. The ink comes out. This is great for Fizzle. This should be Kraken 2, no problem with that second punch. Oh yeah, that was like 1500. That's it.
We're back down to a 1 Fiend lead as Lord Fizzlebeef being harassed before he can exit and go to the air floor.
Yeah, I do believe that the same encounter Canuck just got here. Canuck's a little bit behind on steps here, so we'll probably be getting the encounters a little bit off. However, I think this might mean that might not get the Twilight Party Pack coming up here that I believe Fizzle just would have gotten or is about to get. Alright, simultaneous fiends. We got Tia 2, we got Kraken 2, we got Tempers, we've got Fast, we've got really hard-hitting Black Belt, we have really hard-hitting fiends. We have, oh dear, that's a Black Belt on the floor.
Yes, and we reset.
Alright, this is Fizzle's race to lose. Here we go. This is Fizzle's first look at Chaos. Chaos was hitting about 250 a shot last time we saw it, has a lead-off nuclear in the skill tree. Here we go. We have Temper. We have Temper. We have Temper. Two hits come out. Not a lot of damage. There's the nuclear. Fortunately, that's a lot of hit points on our black mages. There's no concern at all at the moment.
Hey, LordFizzlebeef pulls it off with that 15 temper stacks, just two punching Chaos. Let's see some GGs in chat for LordFizzlebeef, our winner. And that is an official time, 1 hour, 23 minutes, 35 seconds, Racetown time.
Get your GGs in chat. We'll see if we can get Fizzle in here for an interview.
That was absolutely intense. Demon, if you would have told me 80 minutes ago that this is where we would be, I would not have believed it.
If you told me that a race involving two of the final 5 competitors from the double anti-bingo tournament was going to come down to a walking grind on the first floor at Topher, I would have called you a liar.
We are entered into the booth. LordFizzlebeef, GG's.
Hi. What?
Hello.
Oop, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
So yeah, like, what?
So how about that seed?
All right, so I knew that I probably should have done volcano and ice check before I just steamrolled into Sky. If I had done that, I might have had the levels to survive that war mech encounter. This was the seed of just like everything getting in my way and slowing me down, and then no fun prizes at the end of it.
Yes. We had a small discussion about how you're probably going to be seeing shadows in your nightmares for a few days.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that was terrible. The shadows, the sahags, the red sahags. You were just getting the business on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to ask, what made you decide that you were going to 42?
Easy. 32 wasn't working.
Yeah, and I'm interested. We were talking about this, and again, I may not be quite on the same skill level. Did the thought ever come in to check some of the harder to get to trap tiles once you had warp charges to get out of places?
No, because all right. So I did the checks that I was willing to do in ice. With only 5 warp charges. If I dip down a floor, then I'm going to get tripped up by stuff on the first floor, and I haven't been in Ice Cave. I don't know if there's anything secretly lethal in there, so I'm not willing to take that risk that late into the run. So those 2 that I checked, especially when one of them just blazed me down and made me sit there for a couple minutes spamming heal pots, that I was we're just gonna check these two, and that's it. We're done. We're out. Was there a good one that I missed?
Let's see, the 6 chest room was single fighters. The eye tile was fighters mages, but you both actually for going up to 32 in Canuck's case and 40 in your case 42, you both went up right on a walking grind on Topher 1. You both did the exact same thing synchronized. It was same screens back and forth right there in front of the door.
I had a. I hate to say I had a feeling he did that, but like, if there was anything else, I just didn't see it. Would I have committed to the 1 to 2 fighter tile? Maybe if I knew it was there, but again, with the big question mark of what's on third floor ice, what's on first floor ice, I didn't want to risk losing that.
I'm going to cut you off real quick. We got Canuck going for the 3rd time at Chaos. Gets turn order, doesn't see that nuclear yet. We got fast off. We have tempers going.
Hey, we have multiple light warriors this time. It's already a plus.
A net gain. And Chaos down after a punch, 1,400 damage. Let's get those GGs out in chat.
Black Mage is a force multiplier.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, LordFizzlebeef.
Yeah, without committing to that 1 to 2 fighter tile that I didn't know existed, it's like third floor had the Gasties were just too big, and Badmen were pretty huge as well. So it was just, and then Earths were too big for no profit. So it's just like, our options are first floor Topher or first floor Topher. Take your pick.
Well, it turned out to be a good play. One thing that might make you angry is that Onrak had Fast as level 7 slot 2.
Yeah, I just saw him casting that. Would Fast have fixed my run? Maybe. But
I would have won 30 minutes ago with Fast.
Oh, you went back and looked for Fast?
I had to. The black belt just wasn't doing enough. And I got no luck in Topher at all. Enemies were just critting me all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he ended up doing a... I ended up just grinding the first floor, because I figured that Fast was like promotion locked, and I wasn't going to go through all that nonsense trying to figure out which level 8 shop it was in, etc.
Yeah, we're joined in the booth now by the Hangry Canuck and GG's. This was a well-fought race.
I played the first 45 minutes of the seat pretty much perfect. It couldn't have went any better. And then I played the last half hour like I didn't know what I was doing.
I decided to go for just consistently not good.
Yeah, it was definitely went both ways. Like you had said, Canuck, the first 45-50 minutes of this was just absolutely bonkers. How every bingo tiles right and left getting through. Lich 1 goes down like 20 minutes into, and then Tiamat eats the first Bane, and it's just amazing up and down. Whereas Fizzle's like, I'm going to waste 3 minutes 3 times to getting tranced out by shadows, and then I'm going to get blazed out by Sahags, and it's just then at the back half it's just a bad luck and Topher going down. It's like poor Will just couldn't stay on his feet.
And for the most part, those grind tiles were just ick, I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't find one, like not a single one. I didn't hit Ordeal, so I don't know what was in there.
Garbage.
Yeah, the best tile in Ordeals was the cheeky off tile in the 4-pillar room, which was Gur sharks and regular sharks. I'm pretty sure the only trap tiles you guys didn't check was nobody wanted to see. I don't know if anybody checked the armory tile in Volcano, and then nobody went into Marsh.
I checked the armory tile in Volcano. That was also garbage.
Deeds. No.
Pete's was the fire tile. I forget what the armory tile was, but it was also something I just didn't care about.
I know there was a mage tile out there, but I couldn't remember where it went.
So there was the fighter tile that was in the Ice 6-pack, and then there was the fighter mage tile that was in Vanilla Eye. But I think there was also just a mage tile. I don't remember where that one was.
Back in the ice and didn't see nothing, and like I was trying to find the grind for half an hour, like half hour, 45 minutes probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you, Canuck, you did the right call. You went in and grinded on level 1. You got some pretty bad turn order and some unfortunate things happening on Kraken 2, Tia 2. It was heartbreaking to watch, but you made the adjustments. You went and looked for fast. If you didn't find that, I'm assuming you would have grinded a little bit.
Yeah, that was pretty much my plan. I figured Lord Fizzlebeef was lines done, so I figured he was ready to go. So I seen Warmack down, so I figured he had his grind done. So I kind of hurried my play here the last little bit. I probably had to slow down and thought about it and went for fast. Like I said, I probably would have finished 25 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was 100% bluff on my part. I just blasted Warmack down with 3 nuke casters, and the black belt went down, and I was not willing to take 2 insta-kill list black mages up to Tia 1 for no reason, so I ended up having to re-dive Sky, and I lost all the experience from Warmack. It was great, 10 out of 10, would recommend.
Even with that, though, you two maintained your levels. The only time that you were not within 2 levels of each other was when Fizzlebeef decided, I'm going to 42.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find any place to go to 42, and then I was like, well, I'll grind in Topher, but I can't kill my red mage because he's got my exit. So I'm just like, I might as well just grind everybody. And if I would have, like I said, if I would have went for fast, I would have been done probably 25 minutes ago. But whatever, you can do what you can do.
Yeah, if I had known about fast, I might have succeeded my first dive. It would have depended on attack RNG.
The Kraken just likes to punch my black belt.
Yep. Punched mine down to like 10 health and then fire 3'd it the next turn. That was my first dive.
I drove Topher what, 5 times,
terrifying.
I think?
4 or 5. It was the first one was a little bit in the high 20s, but carry 2 had high physical defense. Then there was a one to the black belt going down to Kraken, and a couple of them that made 2 that made it to chaos, but with only the black belt alive. And unfortunately, that lead nuclear and the punching power.
What did Tia have?
Yeah, punch like Kraken.
Oh, I mean, kind of, yeah. Yeah, my first dive was white to Kraken 2 due to black belt death. My second dive was white to Tia 2. And then I was just like, nuts to this. 32 is not working, let's try 42. And I just did a 2-man grind with my black belt and my black mage that had warp.
Oh my, I'm going to tell you what, out of all the dab matches I've seen, we are at, 38, 39 dab matches so far. This has been by far the most thrilling of anything. So thank you for letting us be a part of this. Let's get some more GGs in chat once again to our runners, Lord Fizzlebeef and the Hangry Canuck. Why don't we start the wrap up? Lord Fizzlebeef, do you have any other things you would like to say about the seed? Any thoughts about taking on Gregory Puff in the next round?
Sometimes the last cookie in the jar is stale and no one wants it. Maybe just try throwing it out.
That's pretty deep. The Hangry Canuck, same question to you.
Well, not much I can say. I had fun. It was a fun tournament. GG to Fizzle. You're a good player. That's no shame losing to you for sure. So all I can say is good luck with Gregory next week, and I'd like to thank everybody for the restream, the comms. I know it was quick notice putting it together, so the viewers that watched, and Randomania, and just everybody in general.
Demon, do you have any final thoughts on this, or any other questions you would like to quick pose to our runners before we talk about races that are coming up?
No, I'm still in shock from the finish. It was an absolutely amazing race to watch. Thank you to both of our runners. Make sure to give these guys a follow, as well as Danny on our tracking, Dark Moon on our restream especially, and even my co-com here, Dead Pulse. And Dead, I believe you have a race coming up soon. Talking about races coming up soon.
Yes, we have a dab match, myself versus Fry Teeth in the winner's bracket. This one determines who goes to the finals and who goes to face the winner of Lord Fizzlebeef and Gregory Puff. That is going to be on Wednesday at, I believe, 9 p.m. Eastern, RPG Limit Break. The other matches that we have are, we have an Iron Goal Heavy Metal Rumble happening at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Speed Gaming. And we also have Lorphin Borphin Productions presents Iron Gold Double Dragon Tag Team Rank Match. Teamwork is for Dummies versus Crescent Lake Party Planners tonight 10 p.m. That is on Lord Fizzlebeef's channel. That one's going to be exciting.
It's gonna be good.
So I'd like to thank Randomania for having us on this channel. Of course, thanking both Danny, our tracker, and Darkmoon for the restream. Again, to the runners, and my co-coms, Demon. Everything all around, just amazing. I can't wait to see what the rest of this DAB tournament has, and we're leading into the spring tournament. If someone could get me, I don't have that note in front of me. I believe it was April 2nd or 3rd was the reveal.
3rd, I believe.
April 3rd is the reveal for that. If you have not signed up, go ahead and go on to our Discord. You can find a link at FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Sign up for the spring tournament. It is going to be lit. And with that, I think we are good to go. Thanks for watching us. This was an exciting race. Tune in for more. Thank you and good night.